Happy, wealthy, and willful day of mental focus, clarity, and abundance. Yes, indeed. Just here, and I'm excited just to share a little bit of knowledge with you all. Many of my clients always ask me, man, you read a lot. Why do you read so much? Well, we are creatures of habit, and what you think is what is. For example, if you're always worrying, if you're a person of worry, then there's always going to be something to worry about. You can get a paid vacation, and since you worry daily, something's going to come up where you're going to worry. So we are creatures of habit. So what we think is what we create. Controlling everything around us is something difficult, but one thing that we can always control is ourselves and how we react to everything. A day is a day, so either we have a good day or a bad day. Practice the discipline of happiness, for happiness is a discipline, yet it's only a thought away. So for myself, in order for my day to be a day of awareness, of being hip to my surroundings, to have inner peace towards my surroundings, is through reading. I read things that elevate my vibration, make me smile, make me aware of each split second of a miracle, for everything is a miracle. And with this discipline, it allows me to smile without you throughout the day. I start training at 7 a.m. and I finish at 8 p.m. and all my clients will say this: my energy is the same from the beginning to the end. And this is through having thoughts of happiness, joy, health, love, awareness, and wealth. I follow H Law. Yes, indeed. So, one of the books I want to share with y'all is The Complete Dictionary of Ailment and Disease. And this book basically states the emotional attachment to the disease, the less ease, the stress that your body is going through, and how to alleviate. And this may resonate with many of you all. So let's go ahead and look up diabetes. Here we go. So individuals who are diabetic. Diabetes is defined as a disease that has an overabundance of a urine substance. When one uses the sole term diabetes, it means diabetes mellitus, sugar diabetes. The terms juvenile, lean, and infantile diabetes are also used. It is caused by insufficient secretion of insulin by the pancreas, which cannot maintain sugar at a sufficient level in the blood. So there is an excess of sugar in the blood, yet the blood cannot adequately use this sugar in the blood flow. These excess sugars are detected through an increase of glycemia and the appearance of sugar in the urine. As sugar is linked to love, tenderness, and affection, diabetes reflects various feelings of inner sadness. This is love sickness, a sure lack of love. I therefore need to control my environment and those around me because of my previous wounds. I am experiencing an emotional abstinence. Yes, if I am diabetic, I usually experience repetitive sadness, repressed emotions stamped with unconscious sadness without any gentleness, which makes me harder. Gentleness has disappeared and has been replaced with ongoing pain. I then start eating sugar of every possible variety, pasta, bread, sweets, etc., to compensate. This can sorely affect my emotional, social, or financial life. I have the impression that I must take it. I am forced to struggle and take on life, people, or events. I try to compensate in every possible way. I restrict myself in many ways. I become bitter toward life, which is why I find myself bitter, and I compensate by a more sugary state. I am full of regrets for what was and what could have been. I think that I am not worthy of happiness or pleasure. As I have trouble receiving love, I feel suffocated and overloaded, stuck in an excessive and uncontrollable situation. The situation that I can't seem to manage leads me towards compensatory compensatory food habits and overweight, which provokes diabetes. Let's do that one more time. This situation that I can't seem to manage leads me toward compensatory, compensating, right? Compensatory. Well, let's do that one more time. This situation that I can't seem to manage leads me towards compensatory food habits and overweight, which provokes diabetes. I have a great need for love and affection, especially from my father, but I don't know how to act and how to react when I do receive this. I find this unfair. I doubt or don't trust any authority exerted over me, whether by my father, by my boss, or by a person representing authority in my religion. I find it difficult to receive love from others, and life has no pleasure for me. As I can't accept the little sweetness of life, I become diabetic, which consequently forbids me to eat the little sugary things I used to eat. I find it difficult to let myself go and express true love. I may not be able to express joy, love, or passion openly because of a particular situation that imprisons me. My expectations are often excessive as I want people to fulfill my desires. These expectations make me frustrated, angry about life, and make me close myself in. I experience a lot of resistance when I am confronted with a situation I want to avoid and feel that compelled to suffer, and I refuse to give way. I just can't give up like that. For instance, it might be a separation, a change of house, an exam, etc. The emotions experienced in this kind of situation are often linked to the loss of a loved one, a deep solitude, which can even make me feel despair. My family, or what represents my family, is usually involved. A feeling of disgust, loathing, or scorn towards this situation is linked to this resistance. Since this situation arose and because of all the different constraints, it is difficult for me to find the gentle sweetness that I need. Even if time goes by the lack and pain still resist and persist, I have lost my best friend or a close companion or one of the few persons in whom I could confide and who knew me well. I resist because without realizing it, I am frightened of something or someone. I have become paranoid about it, consciously or not. I think about this consistently. I have the impression that I have to face a serious adversary, and I don't know who will turn out to be the strongest. Will he be stronger than me? Is it inside or outside of me? This situation is very nerve-wracking for me. I am reluctantly ready to fight. That is the reason why my high blood sugar level constitutes the reserves that are necessary for me to be ready at all times. It is the sugar in the blood that furnishes the energy that my muscles need to fight. If I am in conflict with authority, is it possible that I derive some pleasure from resisting someone or something or a principle? Hyperglycemia appears at this point. I might feel helpless. This means that I am unable to undertake any kind of action. I get to the end of what I have to do. A lack of energy stops me from going forward. I feel pushed to do things that I want to resist. Biologically, the sugar contained in my body is what produces the increase in energy that makes my body move. The sugar level increases in my blood because this is the one that can be transformed and used the quickest. I therefore become strong and powerful, which enables me to accomplish things quickly and efficiently. I need to take control of myself now. I need to change the situations that affect me, starting with love and joy in all things. Sugar is related to sweetness and love. As a child who has diabetes, I fear that one or both of my parents will not trust me or will be disappointed in me. I am afraid of flourishing, of becoming myself. I need gentleness and affection, but I don't know how to go and find what will meet these needs. I am insecure, but I don't know how to express this, so I toughen myself. I feel strained before the sheer scope of a task, and I would rather not have to face it. I worry all the time, and I am going in circles. It is as if I had no hold on my life, as if everything was imposed on me. I am anxious because I don't know who I am. I don't know how to trust myself. I still haven't accepted my I as a human being. I feel insecure and unsettled before the life that awaits me. I resist aging and becoming a grown-up. Diabetes or hyperglycemia, too much sugar in the blood, and hypoglycemia, not enough sugar in the blood, both of which are related to a lack of joy, are directly linked to the love that I am capable of expressing toward myself and others. In the case of gestational diabetes, which usually appears in the second half of pregnancy, I must ask myself in the same question as they asked by a person suffering from diabetes. Am I consciously discover a deep sadness, reluctance, or resistance? This pregnancy may activate and amplify in me more or less conscious memory of these feelings experienced in my childhood and make me develop diabetes. After the child is born, the return of my normal state indicates to me that these feelings have disappeared or that their importance has greatly diminished, which restores the blood sugar level, glucose. As a mother, I must ask myself if I don't feel that I too am tiny and dependent like my little baby right now. Sometimes I am incapable of taking my place, which greatly distresses me. Now, is this baby going to be still another person who will invade my space? I already find it hard to accept myself as I am. The fact of being pregnant modified my body, and I find it difficult to be in harmony with this new image that I project. I see myself as a lazy, passive person, and I persecute myself instead of giving myself love and compassion. If I am diabetic and I must receive injections of insulin, I must ask myself what this dependence is related to on the affected level. Am I still dependent on one or both of my parents? Do I give others as much love and affection as I need to receive myself, or do I feel too empty and alone to be able to discover such love? Who or what am I hanging on to or clinging to? There is so much love available. Am I truly aware of the love that people have for me? People love me, and from now on I must see it. If I am a child, it is time for me to take initiatives and go ahead. Several opportunities present themselves for me to improve my living conditions, but I resist them because themselves for me to improve my living conditions. Let's do that again. If I am a child, it is time for me to take initiatives and go ahead. Several opportunities present themselves for me to improve my living conditions, but I resist them because they will also have the effect of bringing substantial changes into my life. I am tired of always living hand to mouth. I may not feel supported by my father or whoever represents him, or he shows no interest in me or in my activities. I feel his indifference. If I am a woman or if I am a man with a highly developed feminine side, I desire to become more active and independent. However, I know that this will bother the people around me, and I am afraid that it will estrange me from the people I love. Besides, I have trouble in accepting their advice because I believe it curtails my freedom. My ego sometimes erupts, which takes the form of violent fists of anger or taking out rigid positions. Here we go. I accept my past for what it is in a detached way. I open myself to life, knowing that it holds only beautiful moments if I am ready to accept them. I believe in myself and I don't need anyone to lead on. I have all the courage and determination necessary to create my own happiness. It is by opening my heart that miracles will happen. Letting go of my resistance liberates me from my frustrations, and I can live in harmony with life and its seasons. I learn to feel safe when looking for affection and tenderness, and I can feel love coming from those near to me. I become aware of my own worth. I become more spontaneous and let my inner child fill up with self-assurance. I thereby no longer just destroy myself and give myself a safe, pleasant life fulfilled with sweetness. Yes, indeed. Stress, worry, doubt is a false god. It's a demon. D means less. Man is human. So it's less than us. For we are divine, and these invasions of emotions come and create disease. Without a doubt. The best way to cure yourself is to practice happiness, read positive things, exercise, right? Exorcism. You're working out stagnant energy. You're exercising the demons to go away. Jesus, Yeshua, in the New Testament says this: it is not what you put into your mouth that defiles you. You have a stomach to digest everything. It's what you think and what you speak. So your thoughts manifest into symbolism. So think about it this way. Individuals who are always anxious and always worrying and feel like they don't have no time. Their food symbolism is fast food. Since they don't have time to cook. They don't have time for themselves. The food they eat is fast. So, is it the food that's spiking your blood pressure, or is it your thought and the food is just a symbolism? Take time for yourself. You're worth it. Your body is your vehicle in this material world. You matter. And I'm here to tell you, you matter. You are divine. Follow love, for love is non-debatable. And just, this earth was created for us to enjoy. Just like my kids open my fridge and hang out on the couch like it's theirs. It is, because I worked for it. This wonderful, wonderful divine energy worked for you to manifest each miracle and be aware to it. Be hip, have inner peace to it, and actively promote that, which is your hop, which is helping others prosper. Because you are a wholly integrated person having omnipresent power. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And putting time for yourself by working out, praying, meditating, exercising, journaling is all to better yourself. And when you better yourself, you better your universe. Yes, indeed. If anyone, oh my, I had to rub it a little bit there, is interested in personal training, it's $200 for 4 weeks, 3 times a week, and I include the nutrition plan. And the supplement I'm going to show off for the day is sulfur silver, colloidal silver. It's very wonderful. It balances your pH, and it's great to alleviate allergies. This is only $30, and you just do a spray in each nostril daily. It works amazing. Come check this out, amongst other natural holistic supplementation to just make you smile, give you clarity, and have you continuing who you are, which is divine. Have a wonderful, 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 willful, and wealthy Wednesday. There it is.